time I think of doing that, a bumblebee flies in the hive. And in the wild, they just have a little entrance anyway, you know,
Sure, just big enough for them.
typically.
No, the ground wasps or the hornets, they don't bother these guys.
They try. They take and kill. They kill bumblebees, so the hornets ain't got a chance.
So it's a big old pile of poo on top.
That was pollen substitute.
Okay, so that's stuff you brought in.
Yeah. It looks like it got moldy.
It's not like it's been humid the last week.
Not at all. Oh. Thank you. Should I just grab a hold of that bee? So I noticed when I wore gloves, I'd accidentally pinch some.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get irritated. See, they've chewed away the bottom, so they can go from travel between them.
So is that something your design, or did you buy this?
This thing,
Yeah.
I bought it. And I made all the frames except this is a store-bought one here.
You know, I just talked to somebody the other day. They made like 40 boxes, 60 boxes. So I'll give them, ship them up anytime you want. So they're just covering our shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, hey, ship them on up.
Yeah, no kidding.
Said his brother made them and just left them in their shop, and now it's just taking up space in the shop.
I can't. That third box I added the day I came back from Oklahoma.
Mm.
So they did a lot of work in it.
Mm-hmm.
This box I actually added, it was an experiment. I added this box before going to Oklahoma.
So in theory, this one should be fuller.
Yeah.
So what do I have on me? Is this a baby?
That's a drone.
Oh, okay.
No stinger on the drone.
You've been videoing the whole time?
Yeah.
Candid camera.
She's an awesome video. Everybody hatched out of this one. Oh, I forgot to look at that one to see how far it had hatched before putting it away. But this frame's really light.
All right. Fly away.
You're on the edges.
They're cleaning it up for her to lay more eggs. Big patch of drones.
Yeah. Looks like there's more than one in that hole. But they can only put one in there.
Yeah, that would be fun. You seeing it all, Dawson? Well, there's eggs in these. If you I get the sun just right, right in the center here, right in here, there's little tiny eggs. See them?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It's interesting. They chewed out the whole center of that.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but I videoed it.
Sometimes you can take the photo and enlarge it.
Enhance it. Take
Right.
a screenshot of it and then blow it up.
Well, it's so hard to see what I can see on the screen because it's so dark because of the sun.
Oh, heavy, heavy. This has got capped honey. See how white and smooth that is?
Yeah.
And the end is all nectar. See how
Yep.
shiny it is?
Yep.
See that, Dawson? That's capped honey. And then down below it's real shiny. And they make those comb so they angle in. So when they put the nectar in there to turn it to honey, it actually stays running in.
Interesting. That whole side's all
There's-
capped too.
Capped honey and brood, or drones, lots of drones.
Yeah.
This would be what my mentor would call the drone frame. She actually makes some special frames that they seem to be more attracted to.
Oh, really?
Um,
Just a little bit
it's a
wider frame or
she
something?
puts a bar in about that far down. They'll put honey across the top and the drones in the bottom. And the reason that you like to have the drones all in one spot is if you have a problem with varroa mites, they like to place themselves into the drone cells, and they get in with the drone larva and feed off it.
Okay.
And since they prefer drone, then if you just take your drone cells and feed them to the chickens, you eliminate your mites. Honey. See, now this is more what every hive should look like. Is you got your honey, nectar, and then you got pollen along the outside. Then you should have eggs in.
Oh, you're good,
between.
Jason.
Huh?
I was just telling Jason he was okay.
Wasn't sure if you wanted to get over here for.
Oh, no, you're good. There will be lots more videos.
This is a lot of
more to come.
honey in this one.
Yeah, that one's got more on top and then more nectar on it.
And this one they're just starting to work on. Very light.
Just a little right there in the middle.
Yep. I'd say they're putting honey in that one.
Yeah. Why did they go all the way through? Burrow it all the way through.
They apparently saw a defect with that cell and said we're gonna
Rebuild it, huh?
we're gonna rebuild it. So I've always wondered where wax comes from.
Oh, this was cool. Where the wax comes from?
Oh.
Okay, so as humans, we put on weight
Speak for yourself. I'm skinny as a rail.
in the form of keeping it inside, and we get a little chunky. Bees don't get fat on the inside, except maybe the drones. But the workers, all those workers are skinny. What they do is they excrete their fat between their segments. That fat is wax.
Huh. So they sweat fat, or sweat wax,
Yeah.
in essence.
And then there's workers that will peel that wax off their segments and form it,
And then that's what goes over the top of the honey.
and that's what forms the comb and then the cappings of the honey.
Okay.
Yeah. The cappings of the brood is a breathable membrane,
Right. Yeah, not a wax.
not a. I think it's got a waxy substitute, but it's breathable.
It is impressive how docile these really are.
Lots of pollen there. These guys are doing a better job of collecting pollen. Look at all that pollen. Lots of pollen. And that's for feeding the babies and for them to eat. There's one right here, you see, oh, they quit. Every once in a while you'll see two bees standing next to each other and they're sticking their tongue out. What they're doing is they're feeding the other bees. It's like, hey, I got some really good tasting nectar here. Have a try. And the other workers, it's like, I've been working so hard.
So they take care of each other.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that pollen. Oh, look at that pollen. Man, that's a lot of pollen.
So this is all pollen in here, not the nectar.
Right. Yep. It's all pollen.
This is all hard. Wow.
None of that orange stuff. See, and they just kick it off their legs.
Sure.
If you look in this one right here, you can see where they've kicked it off their legs, and then somebody else comes in and packs it down.
But bees evolved, right?
Oh yeah. I think God did quite a good thing when He made bees. That goes way back to. Remember Moses talking about the land of milk and honey?
Yeah.
So even then they were talking about honey. There's some brood.
Notice there hasn't been as many drones up here on this side. This
Yeah.
hive as it was over there.
Well, there seems to be quite a big difference between the two hives.
They each have their own personalities.
Yep.
This hive, a queen will get in. I mean, a queen bumblebee will get in, and they'll kill it. The other hive, queen bumblebee does not even get close to getting in.
Really?
Yeah. There's some warriors over there.
They're the same kind of bees, though, right?
Yeah. So, that's probably a baby there. She's pretty fuzzy.
Yeah.
When they come out, they're pretty fuzzy.
Notice some are a lot smaller than the others. So that's a big brood.
It's all brood. And they go in and they feed each maggot. each larva. See the wagon dances going on?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Find her?
the queen is right there. Nope, that's a baby bee. Just come out of the.
Oh, right there.
I thought it was a queen laying an egg. Then I remembered that this queen's marked. And that one didn't have any marks. Smushed.
How many hives does Dina have?
10.
So the queen will most likely be laying eggs, not out walking around, right?
Yeah, she's usually walking on these little ones. Now, if you look at the top there, you see different sizes of larvae.
No. Always I have.
She's usually on a comb where, on the inner combs, laying eggs. It's like, okay, that larva a baby just came out of there, they got it cleaned up, and she pops an egg in. And it's possible that she could be down on the bottom. I've seen her lay eggs on the bare foundation and said, okay, fellas or girls, you need to
Move it up.
you need to get working here because I just laid eggs and there's no comb around it. And initially, she had laid eggs on bare foundation, and they built as they were feeding the larvae, they were also building up the comb. And part of the reason I hold the frames over the hive is if the queen falls, I want her to land back in the hive.
And I thought you weren't supposed to tip them like that.
You know, now that they're getting multiple babies being born,
Uh-huh.
they're not as flimsy as.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So do they just take a paintbrush and dabble a little dot on the queen? Or what?
Yeah. Yeah. Little, kind of it almost looks like a magic marker.
Wow. Maybe they'll tap their comb down there. Well, she could be under a big pile like that too, right?
Oh yeah. Usually, the bees, when I look at a frame of bees,
That would be her right there, would it?
this one,
Yeah.
oh, that's a drone stealing honey.
Bad boys.
Well, yeah, in the wintertime they all get kicked out.
I get kicked out to die.
Huh. Huh. All for the better cause, I guess, huh? The drones all got a black spot. Pretty much. Not much.
Most of them, yeah.
Bored, Dawson?
I'm just tired.
Well, if you want to go back out to the chair and take off that suit, you're probably pretty warm.
I'm good.
You can go out there and take it off if you want. So you gonna throw another one on here too?
Yeah. Another one with a shy queen.
Unless we just overlooked her.
She could be down in the bottom or
Because it's not like finding a needle in a haystack or anything. I mean,
It's like trying to find a bee in a beehive.
right?
Yeah, trying to find that one grain of sand in the sandbox.
What'd you find?
Frog.
Awesome.
What are you gonna do with your frog? Yeah. You gonna kiss it and let it turn into a princess?
I think I spilled some nectar. Look at them.
I see
Look at their little red tongues licking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get them down so you don't squish them.
Yeah.
Which one of these is the next one?
Whichever. He took all the other black ones to somewhere else, so. We're gonna be the colorful hive over here.
How about a red one?
All right.
8 more?
Sure.
Yeah. What do you think, Dawson?
I think you're pretty cool.
Right? Did you know this much about bees before?
Oh yeah, it's enough. I just haven't, I haven't filled all of them with the wax yet.
We bought the little wax comb wheels, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have 8 with the wax yet?
Oh yeah, I gotta just find them.
Oh.
Might have some in here. This is a colored hide, right?
Orange.
Orange. Yeah. There's, I'm gonna put this one in there too. Let them clean that up.
Get it up and redo it.
Yeah. La, la, la. Man, could almost get a 9th one in there.
Might be able to get it in, but would you get it out?
That's why you're supposed to leave spaces on the edge.
Oh, that one you knocked off.
They'll pick it up. We watched a butterfly out here one day that was just flying super close to and he would land next to the hive, and then he would like go incognito and go flat against the wood and try and sneak up closer and get some of the nectar and everything. It was pretty comical watching this butterfly, because then the bees every once in a while would come out and headbutt it, or
They'd prefer to headbutt something before stinging it.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think? Open them up more?